view of the screen.
I know I don't want to sit anywhere.
It's perfect for you. Okay. All right. Class. Hey, again, just like last time, this one's not going to work unless you guys are quiet while I'm talking. So, what we're going to do is any question that you have starred, raise your hand and we will go over it. Taylor, I'll start with you.
Number 4.
Number 4. Oh, this is the fun one, Taylor.
I like cooking on this question.
No, it's really difficult.
It's obviously
Hey guys, I'll wait. This one is stuff that you're not going to learn until 7th grade. I'll tell you it anyways though, okay? So, we've got negative 2x. Everyone's writing with me. Mine equals is greater than negative 48. Okay. Was something we could have done in 5 minutes?
the pencil broke.
Okay, so the idea is, on all of these, we want to get x by itself. How can we get x by itself? Yeah. Not quite. So, I'll show you in a second here. Okay, so basically, anytime you have a variable, everybody say variable. Right next to a number, that means multiply. So this is going to be negative 2 times whatever we plug in for x. So let's just pretend it's 4, okay? Y'all pretend with me. Here we go. We're pretending it's 4. How would we get 4 by itself if we are taking it times negative 2?
What?
How would we get rid of this negative 2? Multiply by negative 2. How do we get rid of that? That would make it negative 8. Yeah. Multiply by 2, almost. What's the opposite of multiply? Divide. So we are going to want to divide by negative 2. And that would cancel this out. So I'll show it on the paper here. Okay, so we are going to divide by negative 2. And then that means we have to do the same thing on the other side. That is divide by negative 2. Okay, I don't expect you guys to remember this, but whenever you divide by a negative, you have to switch the sign. Okay, there was no reason you should have known that, and there's no reason for you to remember it right now, but it would be cool. When you divide by a negative, you have to switch the sign. What is negative 48 divided by negative 2?
24.
Just positive 24?
Negative.
I was asking. I was going to say you're wrong. Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay, when you do a negative divided by a negative, it becomes positive. Okay? Any questions on that one?
It's like an even plus
No. Odd plus odd equals even. Even plus even equals even. What? Yeah. All right, I will wait again. Hey guys, we're waiting. Okay, Chloe R. All right, number 3. Flip back a page. Okay. Okay. Guys, again. Class. I can't be talking over you. Okay. Says select the correct answers for each box. Each answer may be used more than once. Okay, won't be, but it could be. Okay, the area of the base of the prism. We are trying to find an equation for that. What is the base of the prism?
3.
Is this right here the base?
Yeah.
Okay, so how would we find the area of just that? How do we find the area of a rectangle? Because this is just a rectangle, right? Sort of. Length times width, right? We all know that the area of the rectangle, length times width, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so 3 times W. Where do you see that in here? C is 3 times W. Anytime you have a number right next to a variable, it is multiply. So we fill in C. Okay? For volume, what's the formula for volume? Yep, length times width times height. So we have our length, our width, and our height. So we need to do 8 times 3 times W. If they're listed right next to each other, that means multiply. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any questions on that one? Okay, Avi, you got the next one? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Number 6. Where can I go now?
Well, if you're asking for me to explain number 6, you gotta be here for number 6. After this, you can. All right. Hey, Lincoln, just bring it to your table. Bring it. Okay. Who remembers PEMDAS? Yes, what's PEMDAS, Kason? Okay, that is PEMDAS. That is the order of operations. Have a seat. Just have a seat. Okay, so what is the first thing we need to do? Parentheses. So in our parentheses we have 7 minus 10. What's that equal?
3. Negative.
Negative 3. Okay, then you just go ahead and rewrite the equation. That's what I do. Okay, now what's next? Exponents. So we have one exponent here. What is 4 to the second power? 16. Okay. Now, technically, any time that we subtract a number, it is the same as adding a negative number. Okay, this is, again, above our level right now. But that is the same thing as adding a negative number. So what we are really doing is what's our next operation? Multiply. Our next thing is multiply. So we need to multiply these two numbers, and it is negative 6 times negative 3. What would you get? Positive 18, because if we take a negative times a negative, it equals a positive. You rewrite the equation, we get 16 plus 18. What does that equal? All right. Yes. All right. Who's got the next one? Kenzie. Number 7. All right. Hey guys, on number 7, it really just takes a little bit of reading. Okay. So we have to take the time, read it, and think about it. So this is saying A says in both equations, the value of y is 8 more than the value of x. Okay? So in this equation, y is worth 8 more than x because this is x plus 8, right? But not in both equations, right? Hey, y'all are going to have to really think along with me on this one because all this is some extra critical thinking. Okay? And y equals 8 times x, and in y equals 8 plus x. So in both equations, the value of y is 8 times the value of x. Is that true? No, it is true in the first equation, right? But not in both equations. Okay, now this one is just saying in the equation y times x, the value of y is 8 more. Is that true? No, it's 8 times more, so that one doesn't work. All right, and then this one says in y equals 8 times x, the value of y is 8 times the value of x. Is that correct? Okay, what about the second part? The second equation, the value of y is 8 more than the value of x. Is that one true? Okay, that is our answer then. Yeah, guys, it just takes settling down a little bit and reading through the question, right? Next one, who's got another one? Nicholas. 11. All right, this is going to be Mr. Rempel's Does It Make Sense? Okay, we don't have to do, well, you will probably have to do all of these on the test, but let's just go through it on a Does It Make Sense? Okay, this is 5.5 times 3 2/3. So what's 5 times 3? 15. 5.4. I'm just rounding. I'm doing the doesn't make sense method. Okay. All right. So we basically got 5 times 3, but then it is almost 5.5, and honestly almost 4. So this is probably going to be above 15, right? Okay. So that one doesn't quite make sense, but it's a maybe. Okay. All right. Now, 45 divided by 1/3. Is this going to be bigger or smaller than 45? Whenever you divide by a fraction, what happens to the number? It gets bigger. Yep. If you're dividing by a fraction, it's going to get bigger. It's going to triple in size. So does that one make sense? Okay, now we've got 3 divided by 25 hundredths. Is this going to get bigger or smaller? All right, I'll let you guys think about it for a second. Okay, again, do you guys remember when we would do these equations where if it's 5 divided by 1/5, 5 divided by 1, and 5 divided by 5? Okay, as the divisor gets smaller, this number will actually get bigger. Because you're dividing by a smaller number. You're splitting it into less pieces. And you are splitting this into, or it's already been split into less than 1 piece. So that means your total would be much bigger. Okay? This is saying 5 is 1/5 of the piece. That's 5. So what would the whole be? 25. Okay? So in this one, if 3.85 is, what is 25? A quarter? Is a quarter of the piece. Let's draw it out here. Okay, if 3.85 is just a quarter of it, what does that mean we're actually doing? Multiplying by what? What fraction is this? This is a benchmark decimal. What fraction is this?
Oh, 1/4.
Okay, so remember, keep switch flip. So what are we actually multiplying by? 4. Okay. So would 3.85, which is almost 4, multiplied by 4, think about what that might equal. Elu? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He is with Schwinn right now. Yes. All right. Thanks. Bye. All right. So what do we think? What's if this would round up to 4? So what's 4 times 4?
8. Oh no.
16, right? And this is gonna be a little bit less than 16. So would 15.4 make sense?
Yeah.
Yep, it would make
That's
sense. Okay. Well, there's 2 answers. So this one could be it. All right. Now, how about 30 times 2.5? No, that's gonna be like, I don't know, 85, 75. Okay, how about
Guys.
you want to just grab that shoebox? Keep it by you. Okay. All right. How about 9 24/100ths divided by 3/5?
It's gonna get bigger.
You're dividing by a fraction, so yeah, it's going to get bigger.
But it's gonna get too big.
Okay, let's think about it. So
Massive.
let's kind of round a little bit, make this easy on ourselves. So it's going to be 9 times, keep switch flip, right? 9 times 5 over 3. Okay, so if we do 9 times 5, what do we get?
45.
Then if we divide that by 3, we get 15. Okay, but we're doing 9.24, so it should be a little bit more, right? So that one makes the most sense as well. Okay, now, when you are on the state assessment, you should do the whole problem. But right now, it's what makes the most. Hey, William, you can put your stuff back there. Oh, so your computer will be up front. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Next one.
15.
Everybody flip to 15.
Your strapper's back there. Oh, hi. Hey.
3, 2, 1. You. Okay. Does anyone have a guess what inequality might be? Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good guess. That's a really good guess. Yeah. When you what? Yeah, probably makes sense. Okay, in this situation, Preston, you're making this really. You got that? Grab that one over there. Do something. All right. So in this case, inequality is just meaning an equation that has a greater than or less than or equal to sign in it. Okay? This actually represents array. Does anyone know what array is?
Oh, wait.
Yeah? What is it?
2 segments or something?
Okay, close. So array is just a line that goes one direction. Okay? So in this case, we have 10x is greater than 60. 10 times x is greater than 60. So select one correct answer in each box. So the endpoint ray should be open or solid. All right, we talked about this a little bit. Maybe someone will know this one. Should it be open or solid?
Open. Bow.
Why open? Just asking wide open. Okay. It is, sort of. Okay, this is the only thing that determines that. Is this greater than or greater than and equal to? It's just greater than. So it has to be an open circle because if it was closed, that would mean, or if it was solid, that would mean greater than or equal to. Okay? So it is going to be an open circle. Now, okay. All right. The endpoint 6 is or is not part of the solution set. It's pretty much the same question. Could 6 be a possible answer? Let's try it. Let's plug in 6. So 10 times 6 is greater than 60. 60 is greater than 60. Is that true? No, so it is not part of the solution set. If it was a solid dot, that would mean it is part of the solution set, but it is open, so it is not. Okay, and this is saying the rays should point which direction? Should we go left or right? Okay, if it says greater than, we are going to need to go right. Also, little shortcut that we found when we were going through some of these was look at the way that this is pointing.
Right.
Yeah, it's pointing the way this arrow goes. So that's just a little hack. All right, let's do 1 or 2 more here. Yeah. Go ahead. Number 8. Everybody flip to number 8. Someone read number 8 for me. Kinsey, go ahead. All right. So now it is asking, determine whether each statement is true or false based on the data. Okay. Select one correct answer for each row. Preston. It's not your pencil. Okay. It took between 16 and 30 minutes to resolve issues for each of the 30 calls. Is that true or false? False, because we have some that took 0 to 15 minutes and some that took 61 plus minutes. Okay, it took more than 30 minutes to resolve issues for each of the 25 calls. For each of 25 calls.
Obviously false.
So yeah, 25 calls it did take. It did take 30 minutes. So true. Okay. The greatest number of customer service issues were resolved in 60 minutes or more. Is that true or false? False. Only about 5 of them. Oh, okay. So we need to go back to the 16 and 30 minutes one. Okay. It took 25 minutes for the 16 and between 16 and 30. Or it's 25, not 30. So it's still false. All right. Any other questions on that?
No, sir. Nope. That was probably the easy.
Okay. Do we have any questions in general? Okay. All right. What we are going to do is we're going to do the second half of the packet now. Yep, this was half 1. You need to go Hey, 3, 2, 1, yo! We're still talking after I said yo. Okay, hey guys, this one will now be at your own pace, not with a partner, so we should not be talking. Right side, your side.